शिष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna. So which chapter today? 16th. Okay. So 16th chapter is called Divine and Demonic Natures. ದೈವಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಆಸುರಿಕ ಗುಣಗಳು, ಡಿವೈನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಮಾನಿಕ್ ನೇಚರ್ಸ್, total of 24 shlokas. So did you all attend the previous chapter, 15th chapter? Okay, so in 15th chapter, the chapter would have started like material world is compared to a banyan tree, right, which is upside down. So basically it means that things that are there in the material world is already there in the spiritual world. There it is eternally there. Here it is like a perfected reflection. So why the banyan tree? Why they have told banyan tree which has roots upward? Why in the sense? See, for example, you go near a water, or when you stand, your reflection in the water would be upside down. Or when you see a tree near the water, when you look into the water or well, the tree's reflection will be upside down. So that is where Gita is basically trying to say that our material world is a perverted reflection. It is basically a reflection of the spiritual world. Things are there in the spiritual world already, but here it is there, but maybe it is a reflection. Whatever. For example, if you see here, happiness is there, but it is temporary. There, eternal happiness, right? So like that. Anyways, so in the previous chapter, material world is compared to a banyan tree which is upside down. So material world is upside down. But in this chapter, Lord is describing about demonic and divine nature, which means he is trying to say that not only this material world is upside down, even the people in this world are also upside down. In the sense, it's not everyone is upside down. What he means is their behaviors, like some people are good in nature, some people are bad in nature, some people have a little bit of good qualities and little bit of bad qualities. If you see, most of the people are like this, and we know this, right? When during Satyuga, that is the first yuga, the fight used to happen between two different planets. That is, the Asuras were living in different planet, and the Devatas used to live in different planets, and they used to fight. And when Treta Yuga came, fight used to happen within the same planet but within different countries, between different countries. Like for example, Ramayana happened. Fight between Rama and Ravana. Ravana was in Sri Lanka and Rama was in India, right? And when Dwapara Yuga came, fight used to happen within the same country, within the same family actually. The Pandavas and Kauravas fought. They were both were part of Kuru dynasty. And when Kali Yuga happened, what happened? Both good and bad, within the same human being, there is both good and bad. The fight happens between each individual. Sometimes we are very good in nature. Sometimes we feel, early morning we get up and we feel our mind is so positive and refreshed. All those good thoughts come into our mind. And sometimes we ourselves feel proud. Oh, I am really such a nice person. No, I am thinking all these good things are coming into my mind. Very great. I am feeling very pity about others. I'm not getting, I feel like giving charity or something. Many things like that come. It depends on individuals. And at the other time, we can feel that the very same person who used to think like that, all of a sudden we have this hatred. Very, very small things we get angry. Very easily we lose our temper. Or sometimes we feel jealousy about people. It could be many things. So you can see the good and bad is within the same individual. So in the society you can see that while some people are good, some are bad, some has both, So some has this divine qualities and some people has demonic qualities. So what are these divine qualities? What are demonic qualities? How do we define that? What are the difference between them is what is explained in this 16th chapter. Okay. So the whole gist of this chapter is to understand both these qualities and basically to come out to get rid of all the demonic qualities if at all we have it, right? And inherit all the good qualities. Okay, so shloka 1 to 3, these 3 shlokas speaks about divine qualities. So in these 3 shlokas, Lord is actually giving a total of 26 qualities that are divine in nature. So now we cannot detailedly go through all these 26 qualities. We'll just pick up 2 or 3 very important qualities from this and discuss what are the very important qualities that one need to have. Okay, so I'll read out the translation of shloka 1 to 3. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. So all these qualities that the Lord is mentioning here, he is saying these are the qualities which are found in a good person, in a person who is divine in nature. So let us pick up 3 important qualities from this. First one is abhayam. Abhayam means fearlessness. Now fear is one factor which everyone has in his life. Nobody can say that I am fearless. We'll find out why nobody can say he is fearless, right? The moment a child is born, even a small kid, a baby, it is also full of fear, right? The fearness starts from the moment we are born. Now fear could be due to various reasons, like for example when you go to a doctor or when you go to a psychiatrist or someone, right? If at all you are having some fear problems, or if you go to an astrologer, all these people could give different reasons. Maybe it is a phobia. Phobia means fear without reason, right? Maybe the fear is coming due to some specific reason, or the fear is coming without any reason. Like this, they might give a lot of reasons, but if you generally categorize, fear basically comes due to 2 things. One is whenever we do commit some mistake. The moment we do commit some mistake, we get into fear. Why? The fear of getting caught, right? And more bigger the mistake, more bigger is the fear. If you do small mistakes, for example, children, sometimes they do very small mistakes and they are little bit fearful of their parents. Or what if the parents come to know, or what if the teachers come to know? They will scold us. This is a small kind of fear. Some people know, maybe they may, as an adult, we may tell a lie. We may tell a lie and we may have that fear of what if they come to know the truth. This is also a small kind of fear. Now when you go to bigger fear, a thief or a robber or a murderer, right? He has killed someone or he has stolen something. Now this guy will have a bigger fear because the consequences are bigger. He might get caught and he is always fearful of the police. So this is one kind of fear, where fear of committing mistake, and we all commit mistakes. That is why we say that all of us have fear. Nobody escapes fear because the living entity has 4 defects. That is cheating. In some or the other way we get into cheating, committing mistake, illusion and imperfect senses. These 4 are common for all the people. So committing mistakes might be small or big. A thief might do a big mistake. Telling a lie might be a small mistake. But in one or the other way, all of us are bound or tend to do that mistakes. So since we commit mistake, naturally fear comes to us. It is very natural. So this is one reason. When we do mistake, we get fearful. Second reason for fear is fear of losing someone. Now, it could be very dear and near ones to us. It could be some dear and near things that we possess. You can take any example. Sometimes you buy a new car, there is always a fear of protecting that car. Or when we park that car in maybe in some crowded area, or maybe where a lot of children is playing, if it's a new car, we are always fearful. Even though we park and come, our mind is there, oh, what will happen? Hope so there are no scratches. Something like this. It's just a normal example. Like that, fear is there. Or the biggest fear everyone has is the fear of death. Right? Nobody can say, I don't fear death. I mean, it is very easy to say that, but unless and until they come to that stage of facing death, only then they will, even a person who is told that I don't fear death, will come to know that how death is so fearful. Right? So it is all there. For example, when committing a mistake can give us some temporary benefits, but later it will give us bigger reactions. So that is why this fearlessness is very, very important. We should have this fear, that we should take out that fear in our mind. How do we take out fear in the mind? When we surrender to the Lord, when we do bhakti, fear is automatically gone. Why? Because when we do bhakti, we are getting attached. Our attachment is diverted towards the Lord. Until then, our attachments were everywhere else. It was not on the. So it is alternative attachment. So when your attachment, for example, kids are there. So So for example, kid is playing with say a kid is having some food stuff, right? And kid is completely focused on that food stuff, whatever. And immediately you take a toy and keep on the other side of the kid. The kid's attention completely diverts towards the toy. He is no more thinking about this eating food item or whatever it is. It can be anything else, right? Maybe he is having a book, right? And you have a fear whether he will tear the page of the book. It's a very important book for you. So you have to somehow take that book from the kid. But the kid will cry if you pull out. So what you have to do, an intelligent person will bring a toy near the kid. So the kid's attention is diverted towards the toy, and then automatically, the attraction to that book is automatically gone, because he has a higher attraction towards the toy. Similarly, when we have a higher attraction or attachment, or in other words, bhakti towards the Lord, our other attachments will automatically go away. We don't have to specifically try to give it up. It will automatically go away. So that is the beauty. So similarly, this fear is mostly because of attachment. If you take the example of car, it is because of attachment to the car. If you take the example of death, it is because the attachment for your body, you are fearing death. Or you are now loved and dear and near ones, because you have too much of attachment on them, you are always in fear of losing them. So whenever you have attachment to Krishna, it is so transcendental that automatically your other attachments will go, and you will come to that abhayam stage, fearlessness. Okay? Say in Shastras, you can take the example of Bhakta Prahlada. Bhakta Prahlada was always fearless. Even though his own father, Hiranyakashipu, was trying to, how and all he used to torture. He used to throw him from the mountains, he used to take the elephants to stamp him, and then he used to give poisons, he used to put him in fire. But in any stage, he was not at all fearful. Why? He was depending completely on the Lord. He was a devotee. And you can take another example, a small kid. Small kids, they are always fearless. Whenever they are with their parents, when their father or mother is there, right? They have that 100% guarantee that my father will protect me in any kind of circumstances. He is there. So he will be ready to jump also. When the father tells, he keeps him somewhere above the table and asks him to jump, he will jump. Yes, I will jump. Because he has complete faith on that. Say for example, somebody calls us and you says us, you will go to the third floor building and you jump, I will hold you. Will we be ready? We'll still have that doubt, whether this guy is joking or not. But you see the kid, they will be ready. My father will hold me. Because that kid's nature and mind, consciousness is very, very innocent and is completely dependent on the father, complete faith on the father. See, these two things are very important. Completely dependent and completely having faith. And when we have that complete dependence on the Lord and have that complete faith on the Lord, then we will automatically become fearless. Okay? And also fearless, from fearless what the positive is, you will gain also self-confidence. Whenever the fear is there, always there is a, sometimes when things are little bit competitive, it could be sports or in the corporate world, we are little bit fearful. And when we are little bit fearful, we don't know whether we will be success or not, our confidence will go away. But due to this fearlessness, because anyways Krishna is there, so why to worry, he will take care of me, right? He is there, why should I worry? That kind of a confidence is there. Then fearlessness and confidence also goes together. Okay, so second one is damaha. Damaha means mind control. So there are two kinds of people in this society. One is people who are under the control of their mind. Second set of people are people who control their mind. Which of these is better? Yeah, people who control their mind is better. Most of the time, 99% of the people in this world, they are under their mind's control. They are being dictated by the mind, what to do, what not to do. And sometimes, and not only sometimes, it is one of the most difficult things to control for us. We can control anyone. For example, even if you take a president or prime minister of a country, he can control everything, but for him one difficult thing to control is his own mind. It becomes very, very difficult, and it needs a lot of practice, abhyasa. It needs a lot of spiritual strength to control the mind. So whether it is good or bad, it does not matter. Sometimes whatever they do, whatever they are, that is being dictated by the mind. Now Shastra says mind can be brought into our control by following 4 regulative principles, right? And what are those 4 regulative principles? We should not do gambling. We should not be involved in any gambling. Gambling means basically, to give an example, like bettings, putting money and trying to get into some gamble and trying to earn a lot of money. This is very sinful, and when you get involved into that, your mind is automatically lost. You know, sometimes there are losses. There are so many families who have ended up on the road due to this, who have struggled, right? And people who have lost everything, they get into all kinds of bad habits. So gambling is very, very sinful. You should not get into any kind of bad. And nowadays it's become very common. Whenever there is some match or something happen, even small children, kids, they get into some informal bettings, right? Okay, I challenge that India is going to win. Okay, I'll put so much of money. All these are gambling, which is not good. Second thing is intoxication. No, intoxication is we should not get into any drugs or like smoking or alcohol, any drugs. This is very, very bad. This is very sinful, because by getting into this intoxication, our complete intelligence is lost. A drunken man, we all know, he really doesn't know what he does, what he doesn't do, right? When you tell him in the morning, do you remember what all you did in the night? He'll say, no, I don't know. Morning he'll be a very good person. He may basically be a good person, but under the intoxicated state, that intoxication will make him to do some bad things, even him without knowing. That is because some people may ask, see, taking cigarette, taking drinks, all these things is for max to max, that is going to harm my health only. I am not harming anyone else, I am harming my health only. How that is sinful? Some people may have this question. Yes, you are harming your health only, but in that intoxicated mind, you may do lot more other wrong things, right? Today in society, if you see so many bad things, right? Whether sometimes people get intoxicated, they come to the family, they beat their wife, children, or it also ends up in losing their lives also. So many things happens. For that, the source problem is intoxication. So intoxication is also bad. And the third one is illicit relation. That is, any relationship outside marriage is illicit. The nature has given us a license, that is, a husband and wife, they are given a license to get married, and whatever relationship they have within the marriage between the husband and wife, this is legal, right? But any relationship outside the marriage, illicit affairs, all these things are very, very bad. It is also said that, actually if you go a little more deeper in the Shastras, it is said that even divorce is considered as an illicit affair. it is considered as a illicit sex outside marriage. So that is very, very bad. We should, and in today's society we see a lot of things happening. So it's again a different topic. We can go much more deeper in that, but this is also bad. And finally, it is meat eating. Now, meat eating is, yes, this is something very common that we found within the current civilization, and it is just for our own taste, our sense gratification. What we try to do is we kill a lot of innocent animals. See, today's human society is so much civilized, and we all in today's society complain that no, we need freedom, we need independence. If somebody comes and scolds us, or if somebody interferes in our matter, or if somebody comes, and today in newspapers we see people harm somebody, they go and beat someone, or they attack someone. So we all ask questions that what rights do these people have to interfere in our lives or come and harm us, right? But what are we doing? We are actually involving, we are interfering in the lives of poor animals, and we are also killing them, and they also have their families, right? And it is just for our taste. We for sometimes, it's for a short amount of time. For that taste, we try to kill these innocent animals, right? So it is practically very difficult for us, whoever is in that habit. But at least, even though if we are not able to stop immediately, we'll have to slowly come out of it. For example, if we have a habit of eating it daily, maybe we have to reduce it to 2 to 3 times a week. If we have a habit of eating two times in a week, maybe have once in a week. If we have a habit of eating every once in a week, maybe try to have it twice in a month, and then reduce once in a month. Like that, slowly we have to come out of that habit. Very, very important, because it is said that it is very sinful, because you are killing a life which, firstly, we are not powerful to give a life. So similarly, we are not, also do not have any rights to take that life. So a butcher, in the butcher shop, a person who goes and buys and comes it, a person who cooks it, a person who serves it, a person who eats it. How much? 6, and there is one more person. Totally 7 people who are involved in that sin. Now some people can tell that, no, I am not anyways killing, I am just eating, so I am not anyways seeing it, so that's okay. No, but this is a cycle. Person who kills it, person who goes and buys it, person who cooks it, person who serves it, people at that home, person who eats it, all these way. And actually it is said that if somewhere that kind of a killing is happening within whatever radius, even people who are not involved in that also, they also get the same. So that is how bad it is. So we'll have to slowly come out of it. And what happens is, it completely takes out our intelligence. So there is a pain, there is a kind of depression which these animals undergo when they are being killed. So that would be transferred to us. So we are what we eat. Now this, not only Shastras, even science is saying, we are what we eat. So you can see that animals are so terrified at that point of time, and when we eat that, we become like, we also become very, very anger, and we are depressed, and all sorts of negative things and disturbances comes into our life also, because that pain. And not only that, in next life again, when we kill some animals and involve in eating, it is said that we also have to take birth as an animal, so and so animal, and we also get killed in a similar way, because every action has a reaction, right? So that is why slowly we'll have to come out of this quality. That is very, very important, and we'll have to start taking prasadam, more vegetarian food, which is good for body, good for mind. You see, whenever you take nice sattvic food like fruits, vegetables, milk, it's very pleasing even to eat also. Even on the plate it looks so good, right? You keep a plate filled with non-veg and you take a plate filled with vegetarian. Which one looks good? This looks very pleasing also to see, and this looks, so violent. To look itself, it is like that. So yeah, we'll have to, of course, it's not that if we can stop, very good. If someone thinks, no, it's very difficult for me to give it, that's okay. It's not that we have to stop it. No, we can slowly, baby steps are important. Maybe you can reduce the frequency, and slowly you can realize that you would, at some point of time, you would have really lost the taste for it. And then you can be really proud about yourself, right? This is about mind control. So when you follow these 4 things, these 4 don'ts, what are those? No gambling, no intoxication, no illicit affair, and no meat eating. When you follow these things, a person can much more nicely and very easily control his mind. And additionally, along with that, what we have to do is we'll have to get involved in spiritual activities like chanting, observing Ekadashi. Especially following Ekadashi gives us a lot of mind control, and attending satsangs, reading Bhagavadgitas, right? Okay, so this is third point. Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti means willingness to cultivate spiritual knowledge. So we'll have to have the willingness to cultivate spiritual knowledge. That is what makes us different from other living entities. We are all human beings. So human beings means we are specially gifted. This human being, this birth as a human being is a special gift by the Lord. Because you can see in the society, apart from human beings, there are other animals like dogs, cat, pig, so many animals are there. So when you compare to them, you have got a human form of body. And what is the difference between a man and an animal? A difference between a human being and an animal is, when you ask any person, they will tell human beings are much more cultured, right? And what is culture based upon? How can a human being behave in a cultured way? Because he has intelligence. He knows to distinguish what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. Because he has intelligence, he is able to distinguish, and that intelligence only is making him cultured. Now we have to put a question mark: are we really cultured? Are we really a culture, or are we acting like a vulture? Vulture, you know, right? It will just, wherever there are dead bodies and all these things, it will just come but are we really that kind of people? Because Lord has given us this human body, which means He has given this intelligence, but we'll have to, this culture, in today's society, people think that if you dress up very nicely, or if you go to a function which is very rich function, or you go in a car, instead of Maruti 800, you go in a very big BMW car, it means you are cultured. Or you wear some western clothes instead of sari, or instead of a formal shirt and pant, if you wear jeans. This is what culture looks like. No, this is what people think, but the actual culture is in our spiritual upbringing. You can see people say, what is your first son doing? Oh, he is a doctor. Second son, oh, he is an engineer. Third son, he is fit for nothing. He is a pujari in the temple. So they think pujari in the temple is fit for nothing. So how people look into is, if you are materially well, you are in a well placed, then he is very cultured. If you are a pujari in a temple, that is fit for nothing. Because you don't have any other work to do, you go do pujari work. That is that mindset of, this example is given to understand the mindset of the people. But the actual culture is to gain spiritual knowledge. That is very, very important, right? Not that, like how general people think, to be modernized is culture. No, that is wrong. So how we must make sure that we gain spiritual knowledge from the right source. That is very, very important, because nowadays spirituality is available everywhere. No, you open a TV, you open a YouTube, you open phone. There will be so many hundreds and thousands of lectures from so many spiritual organizations. Now this is very, very important. Not all spiritual lectures are spiritual in nature. They should be authentic. Authentic means 2 things. One is, a person who speaks this should be authentic. Second, the message itself should be authentic. Now, when you look into YouTube or when you look into social media, there will be so many lectures. Some people will be very authentic. They will be very good people, very highly holded in society. They would be celebrities, very, very good people. But the message what they give may not be 100% correct. They may be giving whatever they think is correct. Now what we will do, normal citizen, because this person is a very, very good person, because this person is carrying some kind of name and fame, because he's well known, we think that whatever he is saying also is correct. So we'll get fooled. On the other hand, there would be people who are like, whatever they say, things would be very correct. It will be very true. But his personal behavior or he will not be very correct. This is also wrong. So both should be correct. How do we know whether a person is correct or not? We should see whether he is from the authorized parampara. Somewhere in previous chapters we saw there are 4 authentic paramparas. So we should see who is his guru. Is he authorized? Are they trying to see? We see lot of spiritual organizations, so many gurujis, all spiritual activities, foreigners, everyone will be there. But till today we know which god they are praying to. We really don't know which god they are praying to. They will do a lot of bhajan, they will do Shiva bhajan, Ganapati bhajan, Krishna bhajan, everything will do. But we don't know what is their siddhanta, what is their philosophy. So here what is happening? People are good, but the philosophy or message is not clear. Some other people, you can feel that their speech, everything is so nice. We will get inspired. Oh, this guy, so nice. But he might not be an authentic person at all. His personal things would be very wrong. He would have got caught by police for some other reasons. Maybe their ashram, everyone would be running through a case. It will be in the court. So it is very, very important from whom we hear. We should not think that, oh, Saturday I'll come to Bhagavadgita class, I'll hear from there, I'll hear from somewhere else. Everyone I'll hear. No. Then it will become mixed khichdi and you will go confused. It's very important for us to choose a proper source. For example, when you go to take education, you select, right? I should go this proper college. In this college, teachers are very good. Or I'll go to the so and so tuitions. Here they give nice coaching. We give so much of, we don't take, okay, one day I'll go to this coaching center, one day I'll go to this coaching center. Do we do that? No, we'll decide properly and with full faith we'll go. So like that, we'll have to choose a proper spiritual source. That is very, very important. By doing so, our willingness to cultivate spiritual knowledge will increase more and more. That is what is called as Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi. I'm speaking a little fast, I'm a little bit concerned about the time. This room has to freed up by 8 o'clock. So if at all you're not understanding anything, just keep it in last, we'll discuss the questions. Okay, so this is about first section. Second section is about Shloka 16.4 to 16.18. This section discusses the demonic qualities, their mindset and their activities. What are the qualities of demonic people, Asuric, that is bad people, what are their mindset and activities? Okay, so some of the demonic qualities, of course, again like good qualities, there are many bad qualities also mentioned, but I am just picking some of the bad qualities. It is given in verse 16.4. First one is Dambaha. Dambaha means pride. Now pride is good. Good pride you can have, but false pride is a problem. Now feeling pride about our education, feeling very proud about our birth, we are born in a very high rich family, wealthy family, we are feeling very proud about our power, our beauty. So this pride becomes demonic when one thinks that all the achievements are due to his efforts. Now we may be born very rich, we may be very beautiful, we may be very powerful, we may be very good at education. If we take this as a gift of God, somehow it is by the gift of God I have become a very good singer. It is a gift of God, I have got a very beautiful body, I look very beautiful. Due to the gift of God, I am very wealthy. If you feel gratitude about it, then this is not pride. But at the same time, when you feel proud, oh, this is all because of me, see, I have achieved it. When you become ahankar, when you get this one, then it is called as false pride. That is when they start denying the Lord's mercy. They don't think that this is because of the Lord's blessing. They think that all this is not because of the Lord's blessing. It is because of my own efforts. I did it. When people, we see that people saying that, I struggled and built this house. They tell that, it is my blood and sweat. But whereas the proper people without pride, they say that somehow the Lord's mercy I was able to build this house. He gave me this house. He gave me this food, shelter and water. So that's the difference in understanding. Okay. Now second one is Darpa. So why it is considered as the demonic quality, pride? That is what demons do. Demons, what they do, hundreds and thousands of years they do tapa, austerity. Why? They want some power, and finally Brahma or Shiva, someone will come and give that, okay, I'll give you power. The moment they get power, their mindset will change. They will act like, oh, it is because of my thing. A very good example is that, what is his name? Bhasmasura or Bhaumasura. He asks Shiva that one vara, and Shiva says that whoever you touch, they will become ashes, they will burn into fire. And this guy he wants to test that on Shiva only. He'll go behind Shiva and he'll chase Shiva. Okay, I want to test this, right? So this is what is a demonic nature. That is where we should not have this pride. Second one is darpa, arrogance. Arrogance means to think that everything is mine. Now there is a difference between ahankar and arrogance. Ahankar means to think that everything is because of me. But arrogance means to think that everything is mine. If something is belonging to us, then we should have had it even before we are born. Or the moment we are born, we should have had it, right? When we are born, how are we born? We don't even have clothes in our body, right? Which means nothing, absolutely nothing we have. And even while we go, we don't have anything. A good example is like a person who is traveling in a train. He is allotted a seat number. He is given a blanket. He is given a linen. He is given a bed sheet, right? So all these things he can use, right? He can say, okay, this is my berth. He will sleep. He will use the linen. He will use the blanket. He will use the pillow, everything. But when he gets down the station, he should leave everything and go. He cannot say that, oh, this seat was allotted to me, so give the blanket, put it in one bag, give the blanket, pillow, everything, I'll take it over. Can he do it? No. Or when we go to a picnic or some 5-star hotel, in that hotel they'll give you a lot. You can see that the room is so nice. There is nice sofa set, nice juices, some nice pictures, paintings, all these things. But once your checkout time is over, you have to come out. You cannot take anything from the room. This is also our scenario. No? When we come to this material world, we come without anything. So there is no point of having that arrogance that this is mine, belongs to me, right? So that should not be there. And third one is paurushyam. Paurushyam means harshness, to behave in a harsh way. Now this is very, very important. No, we don't have any rights to hurt others' feelings. We should be very, very careful. We should behave in a very, very soft and very nice, smiling way to other people. Even if the other person is wrong, we should not think that, oh, I am a very straightforward person, I will tell it on their face. Some people think that being straightforward is a very good habit. Actually, it is not. Some people say that, no, I am a very straightforward person. Whatever it is there, I will tell it to them, on their face. Yes, you can be straightforward, but the way of expressing is very important. You have to express it in a very polite way. That way you can be straightforward. But because of your straightforwardness, if it is hurting someone else, then that is bad. So that means it's not that you are being straightforward, you are being harsh. So being harsh is not a good thing. Okay? So these are the demonic qualities, some of the important demonic qualities which we should get rid of. Now, people with these demonic qualities, they'll have a certain mindset. What are those demonic mindset? That is explained in Shloka 8. First one is asatyam. So these people who have demonic mindset, their mentality is, they will think that this world is asatyam, unreal, not real. So they will think that there is nothing like this world itself is temporary. This world itself is Maya. They will come in our line only. You people are saying world is Maya. World is temporary. Then what is the point of right and wrong in this world? There is nothing called as right, nothing called as wrong. Whatever you feel is right, you do it. That is correct. So I feel like doing it because there is only one life. Right? So enjoy your life. Do whatever you think, you do it. You can enjoy only till 35, 40. After you become very old, you cannot go to clubs, you cannot eat whatever you think. So you will lose the complete enjoyment. So whatever you feel nice, you completely go and enjoy. So keeping this as a reason, they will commit all sorts of sins. Right? So they think that enjoying is the mindset. Their only goal is enjoy. Enjoy the road. Some people you can see break the rules. In the road they will tell, right? No? Break the rules. They don't worry for any traffic rules or anything. So this is asatyam. Why they do this? Because they think that there is nothing to do with the world, everything is unreal. Right? Second one is apratishtam. Apratishtam means without foundation. So they think that this world, this creation has no logic or no foundation. The Shastras, they don't believe in Shastras, they don't think that the Lord created this universe. It is all because of chemical reactions, Big Bang theory. There was an explosion, and then there were unicellular organisms, then multicellular organisms, and then maybe some animals came, then monkey came, and from monkey, human beings came. What is that? That Darwin's theory and all they say, right? So they say that it is like that. So there is no logic in this creation. So if there is no logic in the creation, then what is the matter of dharma? Where is the question of religion when the creation itself does not have any logic? So that is one way of thinking. Third one is Anishwaram. Ishwaram means Ishwar, controller. Anishwaram means to think that there is no controller. So they do not believe in the existence of God. In a lot of previous chapters we have detailedly explained about this topic. What is their mindset? They think that anyways God is not there. So the moment they think there is no God, they will think that I am the controller. Things happen because of us, it is our efforts. And when they think I am the controller, they get into all sorts of nonsense. And fourth one is Kama Haitukam. Kama Haitukam means due to lust. They think that the creation happens because of the union between man and women. It is because of that basic attraction between man and women, and that's the foundation of creation. And there is no soul, or there is nothing like that. We all are being born by our parents, we will become parents, so nothing like a creator or anything, so it is like that, right? So these are the mindset. Next one, what sort of activities they get involved into? What are the demonic activities? It is mentioned in verse 9 and 18. First one is Ugra Karmanaha. Ugra Karma. Ugra means very painful activities. People get engaged in very, very painful activities. A good example is this Ugravadis, like terrorism. Their activity will not benefit anyone in any way. It will just bring pain, and they will not have any logic to do that also. They think that is their dharma. You go and ask the terrorists, they think that is their right? And they will involve in a lot of unwanted killing. For example, today, February 14th, marks the day of this Pulwama attack. Right? We don't even know for what reason, right? It was just on the basis of religion or whatever it is, right? People get involved in all these activities. Next one, second one is Abhyasuyakaha, envious of the Supreme Lord. Firstly, they deny the Supreme Lord. They will not even agree or believe that there is Supreme Lord. But later they also blame the Supreme Lord. They become envious of him. If things do not go their way, if something wrong happens, they say that the Lord is so merciless, completely they deny the Lord's existence. Say for example, if somebody is saying God itself is not there, then what is the necessary to say that Lord is merciless? Anyways you are saying Lord is not there. Then there is no point of saying Lord is merciless, right? So this is what atheists do. They will tell no God. If something happens, they will tell God is merciless. So they are giving two kind of different answers. You are saying God is not there, then whatever bad things are not happening to you is not because of God, right? How can you blame God there? So that is what. So they also will hate religious, they will have a lot of hatred towards religion, all these things, right? So this is about the demonic mindset, activities and qualities of demons. Now third, next section is Shloka 19 to 20. What is the fate of demonic people? What will happen to demonic people, or what will happen to people who have this demonic nature? Shloka 20. Asurim yonim apanna muda janmani mam aprapya iva kaunteya tato yanti adamam gatim. Attaining repeated birth among the species of demonic life, O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. So Lord is saying two things here. If they are demonic in nature, they will again and again be born in this material world. Repeated birth and death. Not only that, they will go into lower species. No, this is more dangerous. See, repeated birth and death itself is very dangerous because we will be suffering. And lower species is even more dangerous. Because getting a human form of body is very, very rare. After the 84 lakh species of going through each and every species, finally we get into human body. And after getting that human body, if we are losing that also, then it is a good opportunity lost. Lower species means we'll go into so much of animalistic life, and there is no option for us to get this bhakti. Again we'll have to wait till we come to the human life. And once we come to human life, again whether we will take or no, we don't know. Right? That is why when we get this human form of life, after getting this human form of life, getting this bhakti is very, very, very rare. So we should not lose that opportunity. Right? So otherwise what will happen? What is the fate of demonic people? They will get into lower species. They will take birth as a lower species. And final section, Shloka 21 to 24. How to get elevated from demonic qualities. Now people who has demonic nature or demonic qualities, how can they come out of it? So to come out of it, they should basically give up 3 qualities, which are said to be 3 gateways to hell. We have heard gateway of India, no, the Mumbai gate or Delhi gate, whatever it is, or the gateway to heaven, all these things we have heard. Now Bhagavadgita says, what are the 3 gateway to hell? If you have these 3 things, you will 100% go to hell. What are these 3 things? Shloka 21. Trividam narakasyedam dwaram nashanam atmanah kamaha krodastata lobas tasmad etat trayam tyajet. There are 3 gates leading to this hell: lust, anger and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. So what are the 3 qualities that leads us to hell? First one is lust. Lust means material desires. We can have desires which is natural, but we should not have unlimited desires and unwanted desires. Desires which are unwanted, which are unlimited. We can have some limited desires and some wanted desires, which is basic necessity for our life. Those things can be there. What will happen if one has unlimited desires or unwanted desires is they will go to any limit to attain it. No matter what, they will be ready to give anything to attain it. Now whether he may choose a good path or wrong path, we do not know. Based on that circumstances, however his mind is saying, he may do it. But the problem is, when his desire is met, he will not get satisfied. That is the problem. Then he will think he will get some other desire. Like this, desires are endless. The more you feed it, it is like scratching. When some mosquito or something bites, right, you will have so much of scratch on your body. The moment you get scratch, even though externally it is a little painful, it is kind of a little bit, what is it? It will give you some happiness. No, the more you scratch, right, what will happen? Will that scratch go away? Will that feeling go away, tendency of feeling go away? You will feel like scratching more. So 2 things happens there. Your skin is becoming more bad. The place where the mosquito is bitten, that whatever this one you get, it's becoming more bigger. Second one, you are not satisfied. You want to scratch more and more, and finally it becomes an infection. So when you are scratching, you are getting little bit happiness. First point, happiness is there, but it's temporary. And you are getting the feeling to scratch more and more, thinking that it will give you more and more happiness, but end result is bad, infection. Similarly, this lust also. You will feel like you are having desire on something. You will go to achieve it. After that, you are not satisfied. You want to try little more. And ultimately, there is distress only. All these happiness is very, very temporary. The more we feed lust, the more it will arise. So the best way to avoid lust is we should not feed the lust. The more you feed lust, the more stronger it will become. Right? So it is like scratching the itches of our body. The best way to control the itching sensation is not to scratch it. So better don't feed the lust. Second one, anger. Now when lust is not satisfied, we automatically get into anger. So because of anger, what will happen? Not only that we spoil our mood and ourselves, we will also commit some sins to others also. Now there are so many people who have committed big crimes, even to an extent of murder. if you actually speak to that person, right, he might have been a very, very good person. He's not a historical, or he is not a history sheeter, or he's not a criminal. He does not have any criminal background or history. He might be a very, very genuine person, but due to that few seconds of that anger, he is not able to control. Actually, there are so many people, they would say that actually it happened in the heat of the moment. I did not tend to do that. I did not tend to kill this person. I was totally out of my control. I was totally out of my mind. It just happened. And I am feeling bad for it. For the entire life he will suffer. And people around him also suffer. So, angry is very, very dangerous. No, it makes us to commit non-violence, some injustice. So it is actually said that punishment should be given according to the degree of offense committed. So if you are doing something wrong, whatever, say for example, somebody comes, maybe a kid or someone in the school comes and steals somebody's pencil or sharpener. Yes, that kid has done a mistake, but it's a very, very small mistake. So the punishment for the kid also should be very, very small. You cannot take that kid to the jail and tell that okay, you have done this one, I'll give you a capital punishment, I'll hang you. No, that is, it should be, both should be equal. According to the punishment, according to the offense, the punishment also should be there. So this anger would actually destroy that. Our mind will be completely out that even for small things we may go ahead and commit big violences. So we should be very, very careful of not being angry. Third one is greed. Now people who are greed will not share anything to others. It's everything, it's all about them. They want more, everything is meant for me. He'll become a miser, like Kanjus, what you say, no? So it will lead him to take more and more attachments. He'll have more and more attachments. So the moment something is lost, then he'll go into big pain. So people who are greed, right, their problem is they want everything for themselves, but the moment they lose it, they will become sad. Okay, so these are the three things which are three gates to hell. Lust, anger, greed. We should avoid this. How we can avoid this? That is what is the conclusion. It is said in Shloka 24. Tasmat shastram pramanam te karya vyavastitau jnatva shastra vidanoktam karma kartum ihar hasi. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. So here it says that to come out of all these demonic natures, to avoid these three gates to hell, one should follow the codes of religion. One should follow the rules and regulations from the scriptures. So the codes of religion are already given in the Bhagavadgita. Nobody can say that I will lead my life according to what I feel is correct. That is wrong. My sixth sense is saying this, so I will do that. Or I feel this is correct. It is not about you, or it is not about anyone else. These rules and regulations are already set by the Lord in the scriptures. You just need to follow it. Just like to operate a refrigerator or a mobile phone, you need to check the user manual. Once you check the user manual, accordingly it will give you proper instructions. Even otherwise you can use it, but you may not be using it correctly. But if you use as per the manual, you can use it properly. It will give you more lifespan. Similarly, when you lead your life as per the codes of scriptures, then you can be free from this demonic nature. I think that this is correct, or my mind says this is correct. Now, for example, we saw the example of terrorists. You go and ask them, they will tell, no, it is actually killing people is our dharma, they will tell. But that is wrong. We should live as per the scriptures. So that is why we must read Bhagavadgita, because it teaches us what to do and what not to do. It distinguishes between what correct is what and what is not correct. And we must listen to the Lord and not to our mind. Because our mind is full of kalmashas. It is filled with wrong things. So we cannot listen to our mind. We should listen to the Lord. Mind will preach us wrong things. Hey, why this time we have to follow Ekadashi? This one Ekadashi we can leave. Let us not follow it. or on Ekadashi days we will feel like, right? On other days we will be normal. Whenever there is Ekadashi or fasting, we will feel like eating a lot of things. Morning only. On the other days, even 9 or 10 o'clock morning also, we will not feel hungry. On Ekadashi day, morning 5, 6 o'clock only, we will start feeling hungry. So many thoughts will come into our mind. So many footsteps will come into our mind. So it's a big, so tough, and it's a big exam for us. It's a big test for us. We'll have to get it passed. So we cannot do bhakti without fasting, right? So we'll have to think what is correct, what is wrong, and follow according to the scriptures. Then our life will be successful. Okay? Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes.
I'll ask you personally.
No, that's okay. If it is helpful for others, then it's good. If it's too personal, then not required.
Actually, I wanted to ask, but kids are there, so
Okay, fine.
I'll ask it.
Yeah, sure. Any questions? You have any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.